Hey guys, it's Dustin here, and we have an all new video for you where Coach Josh and Mike are going to show you an all new tip for beating and outbidding the competition at online tax sales. So it's a great video from the field. I think you're really going to enjoy it, so let's jump over to that video and you can check it out.
Rolling? All right. So one of the most important houses at this re-offer sale, there's really only one in a desirable location for the entire auction. We already know that it's the most desired property. We already know a lot of people are going to bid on it. We went yesterday and seen it with a group of students, and we met another investor who was not the nicest of fellows and basically was bragging that he had more money and was going to buy this house. So one of the ways to handle this when you're doing the bidding is to make it a pay-to-play scenario for everybody involved. Today's day one of the auction. There shouldn't be any bids on the properties yet because it's 3 days before the first auction closes. So what we're going to do is right now the opening bid was $58,000. The current best bid is $65,000, and it keeps going up by about $100 every couple minutes. So people are actively bidding warring on this. So we already knew that. So our strategy is right now we're going to mess with their whole kind of world. So we're going to upset what they're doing by entering a new max bid of $125,000. No,
let's get in on this. This is good.
Yeah, so we're going to jump it all the way to $125,000 and double the current bid. That should give us the current win on that. So somebody who only bid up to $70,000 was their max. We already beat them. Now when they come back and they try to beat us, they're going to find out real quick that the people bidding on it mean business. That's going to take all the low-level players and kick them right out, and we'll stop seeing movement on this for a while. And the only people who are going to be bidding against us are the people who have money. And we're prepared to go almost 90% ARV on this property, so we're going to take it out of the range of probably another 90-95% of the other investors trying to get this. So if somebody does beat us, it's not going to be profitable for them.
Do you want to talk about a little bit about why we'd go up to 90%?
Mainly because the house is in really good shape. We had a little bit different strategy than the other investors that were looking at the house. They came up, they were looking from the outside, and then they were moving along. The investor who told us basically, I'm going to pay more money than you, he talked to the owner. The owner kind of brushed him off because he came out just after us, and he was turned away. When we talked to her, she let us inside the property. We got pictures inside and out, backyard, every room of the house, and it was in immaculate condition on the inside. As well as that, the current renter wanted to stay in the home, and she was prepared to pay up to $1,500 a month with us collecting a check the day we win the auction bid, because her rent is already due for the month and she's not paying the current owner. So the day we win, we're going to do that. Knowing that we have a dedicated renter that wants to stay, she's been there for like 3 years. She wants to be there for probably another 3 years. She has almost no demands for fixing the property, so rehab for us will be basically zero. So we can go 90% ARV and still have massive profit margins because we have information that everybody else doesn't have. So it might be a scary zone for them to bid against us.
So we're at 70.
So we're at 70,000. So the person who won before we bid had put it $5,000 up because everybody was going plus 100. So we just bumped him by 60 plus thousand. So he's going to have a rude awakening here. And it will not show. That's the point. So when you're doing that,
you're a leader.
So it shows right now that I'm the leader.
But why not best bid of?
Because the best bid is currently $70,200. Just because I say I'll pay $125,000, they don't make me. They will only beat the previous top bid by $100. So if we see somebody bank this up by 100, the new bid will just be $7,200. I'll still be the leader. If they go put in $20,000, then it'll be $90,000. I'll still be the leader.
Oh, that's right there.
Yes. So if somebody goes and says, I'll bid 130, then I will lose and 125, 100 will be the new top bid.
Got it.
And then I would have to figure out that they had 130.
Got it. So it won't show
It's
you.
blind, right?
Gotcha.
Only the leader knows what's going on.
Got it.
Everybody else is behind. So I had no idea the guy had bid to 70. He had put a 5,000 cushion. So I said, okay, now you're going to pay to play. So when he wants to find out where my max is, he's going to have to stretch his budget for that property. They're going to know they're not getting it cheap. So that's a way to limit a lot of lowballers right from the get-go. And that can discourage people from even watching it. So if that guy on the Mercedes, for example, who we know is bidding on this exact property, we know that for a fact. If he didn't have that big a budget, or he was skeptical about how high he could take it,
Trying to lowball.
it will put him in a very precarious position because he doesn't have the information we have. He was turned away. He didn't get to see the inside.
Did that just jump up? It was at 71, right?
Yeah, so it just jumped up $5,000. So right now, somebody just attempted to find where we're at. So they're learning right now that the bid is a lot higher than they think it is. So he added 5,000. It's not a win. So it's probably the same bidder because he's going in 5,000 increments. So this is most likely one person trying to find out where we're at. And he's going to learn the hard way that he's not lowballing on this one.
You guys are
That's right.
So it's a good plan because sometimes people will get caught up in a bidding war and they'll play. They'll go 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 and get to, really high numbers in long term. Whereas if you scare them, they just go, oh, forget it. This is way out of my league.
next.
That's why we do this.
If you're interested in joining us on one of our tax sale experience trips where we take you and show you how to buy tax deeds live in the field, it's an amazing trip, and at this point 80% of our students that come on these trips get involved in property. It's unlike anything that's actually out there. So if you're interested in joining us on a trip, just click the button below or above, and we'll see you soon on the next coming trip.